Wait, we can wait for him.
That was very well. No, actually. Just a second, let me turn on the camera.
Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Avirmayeji Rudro Jate Dakshinam Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Om Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from real to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading Shanti Gita, this song of peace, and the conversation between Arjuna and Bhagavan Krishna. So this Arjuna last put this question because Bhagavan Krishna says that what you see in this visible universe, it is nothing ashuktam, it is unreal. And it is only a play of the Maya that which gives an appearance but really not there. And it is happening because of your knowledge, lack of knowledge of yourself. Atma Jnanat. And because of that, you see this unritam, this mithya, unreal, appear to be real. And this is to be like a dream. You have to break this dream. And then you will be able to establish yourself in your own divine self, like one gets the knowledge of the rope when that mistake goes away, that it is a snake. Now, last 7, after hearing this response, Arjuna then put that question. The Nirgunam Paramam Brahma Nirvikaram Viniskriyam Jagat Srishti Katham Tasmat Bhavati Tadvadasame. Arjuna said, Nirgunam Paramam Brahma. The Supreme Brahman is beyond all gunas, all qualities. There is no Sattika quality, Rajas or Tamas quality there. It is Brahman. It is absolute and it has no changes. And it has no action. It is beyond all action. Then you are putting the question that this world is created. The Jagat Srishti, this creation of the world, Katham Tasma, how that is possible, Bhavati. If that there is Nirgun, Nirvikar, Parabrahma, which is beyond all action, that is the truth. Then where from this Srishti, this creation, this comes from? It's basically, fundamentally, it is a big question. It cannot happen, but why it is happening? You say Maya, those are all words. But Brahman is all the time Nirguna, you are saying. No, it is no gunas means beyond all gunas. And it is the Supreme. So this question is that if the Supreme Brahman is beyond all qualities and it is changeless and beyond all actions, then how then this creation of the universe is possible from that absolute truth? So it's a question, it's a puzzle. So therefore, please, Tatvadaswami, please explain me this mystery. It's a big question. How much we say that there is Brahman, but we see this world as real. And if you say that is the ultimate rule, in reality is that absolute truth, then where from this creation has come? Now comes a very bold statement of Vedanta. Srishtirinasti Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Srishtirinasti Jagadnasti Srishtirinasti Jagadnasti Jivo Nasti Tatha Ishvara Jiva Nasti Tatha Ishvara Maya Drishyate Sarvam Maya Drishyate Sarvam Bhashyate Brahma Sattaya Bhaswate Brahma Sattaya. This is the ninth verse. So Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavan said, Srishti Nasti Jagat Nasti. There is no creation. Srishti means creation. There is no creation at all. Srishti Nasti. And you say the Jagat, this word, Jagat is not there. Jagat Nasti. And you Jiva, Jiva Nasti. It's a Ajatavad almost, a philosophy of. There's nothing. Neither Jiva, individual soul, neither there is Jagat, this world, neither this creation at all. And also, if the creation is not there, where comes the Ishvara, the God, creator God? There is no Ishvara. That appears almost atheistic idea. No? We don't believe anything. There is nothing. These are all false. It's idle brain thinking about God has created this world and this and that. Huh? Faltu, where is God? What is God's creation? And from philosophical standpoint also, he say Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Then where from this comes? This dichotomy is to be solved. So the question is that Bhagavan responding, no, no, no. This Srishti is Nasti. This creation is not there. Be established in the truth. This Jagat, this world of fear and frighting, frowning or joy and blessings or all these dualities, this Jagat, this world is not there. Jiva Nasti, and you, individual soul, there is no Jiva, individual soul. And naturally, there is no Ishvara, God who created this. Creator is wrong, not there. So if there is no creation, there cannot be any creator. Creation brings creator. But if creator creates something, if there is no creation, then where is the creator? So this that's why Swamiji said Vedanta dethrones the God. Dethrones God. God's throne is ousted. There is no God. Vedanta says there is no God. Only one reality, that is Satchidananda, and that you are. Not this, that you are. So hang on to that point. But you may see, you are saying, oh, I see all this. Your question was that Jagat Srishti Katham Tat Bhavati. Hey, Jagat Srishti, I am seeing it. You cannot deny that. It's the see, it's hard. It's making noise, sound. Valit Maya Drishyate Sarvam. You are all seeing because of the Maya. Maya just Drishyate Sarvam. And how it is illumining. It is illumining in the light of Brahma. The Brahma existence of Brahma. Brahma Sattaya. By the Satta. Satta of Brahman. Brahma is Satta. By the Satta existential part of Brahman, or the illumining part of Brahman, or the Ananda part of Brahman. Satchidananda, that's why it is three qualities have been indicated. That there is no quality, but it has been indicated with these three qualities. It is Sat, it is Chit, it is Ananda. So existence, it seems it is there. It is the existence of the Brahman, Brahma Satta. It is revealing, it is manifesting to me. It is the revealing consciousness aspect of Brahman. And it gives joy or it gives pleasure or not displeasure. This is because it's the ananda aspect of it. Less ananda, less joy, we call suffering. More joy. There is an expected joy level. I'm happy, I'm happy. Yes, you have some expectation, you got it. Below that, I worked so hard and nobody praised me. So you get it. But your expectation level, had it been low, you could get joy there also. So this our level of expectation is the question. So Ananda is manifesting everywhere. Looking at the trees, plants, the leaves, the wild flowers, the ocean, the sky, wherever you go, there is some manifestation of beauty and joy. So this is all you are mistaking. It is not the beauty of the world, but it is the beauty of God. Not God. God is dethroned, Brahman. So that is the bold idea about Vedanta, that there is no God, no creator, no creation. Ajatavad, eh? There is no creator, no creation. Then what? You are also, who is saying that is also wrong. That's also mistake. And how come this is possible? It's possible you go to sleep now. Where was this universe of reality? It is so much joyful, it is so much painful, it is so much frightening, so much reaction, anything. Where does it go? And this entire sleep also goes. Then you go to deep sleep. This is the only analytical path which can give a glimpse of that understanding of the truth. When you go to deep sleep, what happens? This world is gone. Its reality has no meaning to you. Can anyone say this world has any reality when you are in deep sleep? In your deep sleep mood, you are not there. You don't have any perception that there is a world. You didn't have any perception that you have a body that time. And the dream also. When you are dreaming, that time you forget this. You live in the dream world only. And that's also your existence all false, but you are seeing something. It's your mind is creating all this fantasy. And then deep sleep, this also drops. There's nothing. But nothing, you feel joy. After sleep, you come back and I had a good sleep. You get some joy. Where do you get the joy? Who supplies you the joy? There is no rasagulla, no ice cream. No singing, no dancing, no music. But you get joy. Is there anyone playing a flute or a violin? No. No one is there. And you are also not there. You are not aware of it. But there is a joy. That's why Brahmana Vashyate. By Brahman consciousness, the joy, you feel it little, because it is you are going through ignorance. If you can go by meditation, I move on and on and on, forget the world, forget the outsider, forget the mental world of imagination. God, God's form, beauty is sitting like that, eyes are like that, bright light, forget, go deep, and then merge everything, and there is a light and light on. So this is all the Brahmana Bhashyate Sarvam. Sarvam Bhashyate Brahma Sattaya. You are giving a name to the world, but there is no world. It is the Brahma Satta. The Satta, the essence, that is called Brahman. On that you are creating all this fantasy. On that rope you are creating all snake. It is rattlesnake, it may be poisonous snake, it may be no, it may be water snake. You create all these types of names and form in your own fantasy. But the rope is sitting all the time. Brahman is all the time there. And his mind is creating, it is the creation of the mind. That's why spirituality is to purify the mind. this wrong interpretation of mind, this idea is to be stopped. That's why you say it is not, because it is not. Why? Because it's my mind creates. Suppose now, in this point, someone, you are sitting here, you are thinking something in India, and I am talking. You are not here, you don't hear all these things, what I say. This existence vanishes for you. Though you are here, physically here, but where your mind remains, there you remain. So, if that is the truth, you will have to understand this philosophy that Srishti, Nasti, in that perspective, this creation is mental fantasy. Whose mental fantasy? Ajatobad says it's my mental fantasy. It is me. I have created the universe. Like a dream I create. Ajatobad theory, that they say, it is my mind. There they identify this my mind with the cosmic mind. Actually, the cosmic mind has a dream. Your mind, my mind, you add all together. Put in a bucket, all the minds. One drop, one drop, one drop, and all the drops of mind. If that you can imagine, this is a conceptual thing. In that cosmic mind, then you can see all these actions and reactions. So in the cosmic mind, all this dream comes, all these actions and reactions come. But in individual mind, our individual dream comes. Individual mind creates individual dream. Suppose we have 10 people living together. Suppose we are lying down in night time, sleeping. And what you see, 10 people seeing 10 dreams. And these dreams are not interfering. My space is not interfering with your space. Suppose you are driving in your car and you see 100 miles straight road, no? And 100 miles space, and you are maybe within 5 feet, another person is in his bed. He has created another world, the infinite ocean. He is swimming in the ocean. Your ocean swimming and my flying does not interfere. Why? Yes, your mind is creating this, my mind is creating this. Similarly, our mind has such tremendous power. We don't know. By your dream creation, you understand how powerful your mind can, how much imagination your mind can think about. It is unimaginable that your mind is creating yourself. Your mind is creating the car you are driving. Your mind is creating the friend you are talking to. Your mind is creating the ice cream you are eating. Your mind is creating the table on which you are having your plate, and the plate is created by your mind. Your floor is created by your mind. Everything is a mind creation. So now, if your mind has such power, suppose all the mind put together called cosmic mind, God's mind. That mind has created the sun, moon, stars, galaxies. That's why we are all seeing the same sun, moon, star. In your dream, when you create your dream world, all the people in the dream, they see the same sun created by your mind. Because you are the master there. You have created road. All the cars are driving is there in the road. As you thought, all are moving in that direction. So the cosmic mind, when he imagines this universe comes, but it is also like dreamlike. Why dreamlike? As long as you see the dream, it exists. When you woke up, then what happens? It's gone. Then you see it is dream. Why you don't give so much value like this? Because every day you come back, waking up, and you see this thing. But when you dream and wake up from the dream, you don't go back to the same dream. Because your mind, out of infinite samskaras, has brought out something up one day. Next day, it brings up something from your own stock of mental impressions. That's why every day changing, you say, oh, it is dream because I saw it only yesterday. But today I'm not seeing anything. But this world is real. Why? Because cosmic mind has created, as I said, in the dream you can think that you started your journey and you drove, and it became late. You went to some hotel and then you rested there. And next morning you started. In dream you can see all these things. Similarly, the cosmic mind, whatever he has thought, the sun, moon, stars, galaxies, infinite number of people, you, me, all are playing. That's why it's called the Lord's play going on. It is He thinking, it is His wish. You have no freedom. We think that we have some freedom, but we are almost helpless there in being a part of the cosmic mind. Yes.
Maharaj, when yogis forget their body, like even during surgery, they can forget their body, and without anesthesia, they can doctors can perform. Is it because they identify with the cosmic mind, or
Uh, Yogis do not identify with the body, then what happens?
is it by they identify with the cosmic mind? Say Swami Turiyananda didn't need anesthesia.
Those are different things. Yeah, you can that that you can take your mind to any other thing from the body. You will not feel the pain of the body. It happens. Yogis do. Yogis can identify and lift the mind to God consciousness. Ordinary people cannot. Suppose a child, as I give the gross example, a child falls down and is really hurt his hand or something, and he cries. And what the mummies do, they bring some toy and play in front of the child in such a way, and child looks at the toy and forgets the pain. So it is like that. So anyone can do. Scientists are doing. They forget their hunger. There are many stories of the scientists in research. Hours passed and food escaped, and Einstein or who, and the food remained. And huh? That because his mind is not here, mind is somewhere else. And yogis can keep it in God, that's a different thing. But forgetting the body pain and aches are nothing for yogis. Anyone can do that. One musician, good musician, who can really dive deep into the music and the joy of music. When he gets into that, it's a body ache, pain, who is there, whole day's action, reaction, a good experience, bad, everything is forgotten that time. Even people drink, what happened? They go into another mental mood. They forget about their surrounding, forget about their physical pain. That can be made in so many ways. But yogis, what we are talking about, this philosophical thing, to lift the mind from this duality into the absolute or in God, gradually withdraws the mind from here. So this is very important verse that there is no creation. We cannot say. That's why Ramakrishna said, this book is not to be read by everyone and anyone and everyone. Huh? Gita says, those who have body consciousness and they talk, I am Atman, they make a mistake. They should be advanced student who understand that I am not the body. For them it is more understandable, experience is possible. Otherwise, we get into confusion. This world is so real, and you are saying, no creation. There is no creation. Are you mad? Yes, you should be a mad person. Otherwise, how would you say this creation is not there? I see you, and it is not there. Yes, it is not there because it is not permanent. It is not there because you, the person I am seeing, after half an hour, you are not the same person. Or half an hour, every split second, you are changing and becoming older. And it becomes visible after some time. Instant, we have no perception how much change you have done within half an hour. Where our class is 20 minutes going on. How much change I have changed, my physical feature, my hair grew more gray, how the nails have increased, how many cells have died, how many cells have regenerated. And all these changes are going on. But you are saying, I'm the same guy. That is the mistake. So that's why it is nasty. This world is not, because every split second, you don't see the same sun which you saw yesterday, because it has emitted so much of energy. The energy which was there yesterday, some has been dissipated. So it cannot be permanent. That's why it is nasty. Srishti is nasty. Jagat nasty. This world as you see, the way you see, it is not real. Nasty. And jiva, as I said, individual soul. Your mind is not the same mind what you carried yesterday, day before yesterday. When you are 5 years child, you have your another set of mind. When you are only teenage boy or girl, you have another mind. Now you are an adult, you have some other set of mind. You become now 60 years old, you have another set of mind. You are not 80 years old, you have another set of mind. What mind you are talking about? Which mind is real to you? When you are baby crawling and we are happy with the some toys mommy will give, and I'll cry and like that. Huh? Now modern toys are much improved toys. We used to, in our childhood, we would like it some uh, teddy bear or somebody would be enough for us. But it is all according to change. Everything is changing. But you are saying I am the same guy. That's why it is said that this jiva, individual, is not there. And as the individual soul is not there, so creator is also not there. Who have created? If there is no creation, there is no creator. If there is no son or daughter, you cannot say, I'm a mummy. Huh? So it is creation and creator, both are none. But you see, because of the Maya, because of this cosmic delusion, Drishyate Sarvam, everything you see, so bright, so brilliant. But Bhasyate, how it shines forth, because of the Brahman, self illumined, eternal, Satchidananda self, means that eternal light inside, eternal and permanent light which is inside. That is the shining object which comes out in the universe. Wherever you see any beauty, it is the beauty of the Satchidananda or your divine self, or simply we call God in dualistic language. But we are reading a non-dualist book, so it should be Brahma, the language Brahma. 10th verse. Further explanation of this. यथा स्तिमित गंभीरे यथा स्तिमित गंभीरे जलराशौ महार्णवे जलराशौ महार्णवे समीरन बसत बीची समीरन बसत बीची नवस्तु सलिले तरत नवस्तु सलिले तरत यथा स्तिमित गंभीरे यथा स्तिमित गंभीरे जलराशौ महा अर्णवे जलराशौ महा अर्णवे समीरन वशात बीची समीरन वशात बीची न वस्तु सलिले तरत न वस्तु सलिले तरत. Giving an example, beautiful example. Yatha means as, stimita gambhire. Gambhir means the calm and serene and grand. Stimita means no ripple. Imagine the ocean, no ripple, grand, strong, profound. Think of that. Yatha, as in that. What happens? Jalarasu, there is nothing but water. What is ocean? It's calm and serene and grand and profound. It is only water. Jalarasu Maharnave, in the huge ocean. But Samirana Bashat, because of the Samiran means wind, because of the flow of the wind over it, suddenly wind comes, no? You see, in the ocean, ripple starts. Bichi means the ripples. And bichi means also waves. It becomes big wave or small wave, beachy. But is there anything? It's ripple, wave, foam. It starts because of the flow of the wind. Is it anything other than ocean water? This wave, this foam, that foam? Are they anything but water, ocean water? It is exactly like that. There's only one absolute Brahman is there. Unchanging, absolute, timeless, spaceless, causeless reality. Satchidananda, it is of the nature of reality, existence, of the nature of consciousness, and of the nature of bliss and joy, absolute. That is calm, serene all the time. But because of the breeze of Maya or ignorance, no? The waves are created on that calm ocean of consciousness. You, me, this star, this earth, these planets, this the house, building, human personality, animals, entire world has come out of that. But they are not anything but water, anything but it is Satchidananda. But only you are seeing the name and form different. That's a grand verse, Baba. If you meditate, it's no Sanskrit, then you can enjoy it. People do meditate on this type of verses. Sit for a long time and think the stimito gambhiri jalarasho, infinite ocean of calm and serene, ocean of bliss and joy. Nothing is there, no ripple, no creation, no creator. It is only the ocean, absolute one reality. And there is no you, no me. There is no wave, no ripple to distinguish. It's only calm. And now, when that close ripple of wave of water is which is becoming wavy because of the cool breeze wave, and then that distinction comes, diversity comes. But any diverse, though it appears diverse, but are they anything but water drops? They're all water drops, nothing but H2O. You may see its form is violent, vigorous, uh, and splashing with each other and fighting with each other. But it's water fighting with water, H2O fighting with H2O, ocean with the ocean. That is one, Satchidananda is playing. That's why it is no. Because we don't have a bigger perspective, that's why we get stuck here. Big picture. We have no big picture. If we understand the big picture, it is a plan, big plan, the Brahman, the absolute. That is the Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. In this world, this big world of creation, God is playing with Himself. God in you, God in me, God in everyone. Because it is nothing but constituted with H2O. No? Example, you go to the wax museum here, huh? And you go and see what is there. Whatever you see, it is made of wax. Some artist, film artist, actors, actresses, or you go to watch what is called the Last Supper table with Jesus and the disciples. You find here's the table. The table is table, it looks like a table, but it's made of wax only. Jesus sitting there, looking like this. It is only wax, nothing but. So everything around and everywhere you find is nothing but wax, wax, wax. And but you see, you have a perfect experience that here is the wine, here is the bread, and how their looks are all different. looking at Christ, and Christ is looking at them. All this diversity is going on, but it is nothing but wax. Ramakrishna gave this example in his how did he didn't see the wax museum, but he had his own example. He said like মোমের গাছ মোমের বাগান মোমের মানুষ সব মোম দিয়ে গড়া সব মোমের তৈয়ার মানে it is all constituted out of wax. Wax tree, under the wax tree there is wax table, a bench, and wax man sitting under the wax apple eating in his hand is all made of wax. The road, what you see like a road, it is wax. মোমের গাছ মোমের মানুষ মোমের বাগান সব মোম দিয়ে গড়া. Ramakrishna used to see this. Everything is constituted in one element, and that is Satchidananda, the God. God particle. I cannot say God particle here. Anyhow, you can say that. It's a God particle. That God particle. That energy particle. That conscious. Nothing, no word, all word will make a confusion there. But this is to be understood that there is only one reality. So this is the example people can think about how the diversity can stay along with unity. We think that unity is there, diversity cannot stay. Diversity can stay with the unity. And traditional example, as our scriptures give, the one gold, the same gold, and so many ornaments, hundreds of designs of ornaments. We get stuck to the ornament, but the goldsmith pays attention to the gold. He knows everything is gold, and how much he enjoys that gold, how much he wants to get out of the gold. তুমি বুঝছিল গেলে কেন বসো তোমরা কাজ করো না ওয়েস্টেজ. So this is the and also there is a beautiful verse in Panchadashi. And this verse like Tada Stimita Gambhiram. Stimita Gambhira, what is very Gambhir? Gambhir means heart. Gambhir means kya hai? Grand. Gambhir means deeply serene and calm. Grave. Grave is a little type of sad side, but it is grand and stable at the same time. Very difficult to approach. That's why it's Gambhir. So the translation goes on that in the tranquil, deep and vast waters of great ocean, a wave that arises because of the wind is not an object of different from the waters. Likewise, the universe is seen in the absolute consciousness by the illusory force of Maya. The wave is not separate from the water. Verily, there is no other universe apart from Brahman consciousness. So this is the point. It is connected with the next verse. तथा ही पूर्ण चैतन्ये तथा ही पूर्ण चैतन्ये मायया दृश्यते जगत् मायया दृश्यते जगत् न तरंगो जलद्भिन्नो न तरंगो जलद्भिन्नो ब्रह्मणो अन्यत् जगत् नहीं ब्रह्मणो अन्यत् जगत् नहीं तथा ही पूर्ण चैतन्ये तथा ही पूर्ण चैतन्ये मायया दृश्यते जगत् मायया दृश्यते जगत् न तरंगो जलद्भिन्नो न तरंगो जलद्भिन्नो ब्रह्मणो अन्यत् जगत् नहीं ब्रह्मणो अन्यत् जगत् नहीं. Therefore, with the connected with the last verse, that an infinite ocean of calmness and serenity, in the infinite ocean of waters, by the cool breeze blowing over it, there are many ripples and waves are coming, but they are nothing Bostu Solila. There is nothing material other than the water. In the similar way, now Tatha, now 11th verse, Tatha, in the similar manner, this is the example. In the similar manner, in the Purna Chaitanya, in that consciousness, all pervaded consciousness, infinite consciousness, Purna Chaitanya, Mayaya Drishyate Jagat. You see this world, Jagat, by mere the play of Maya. As there is the ripple coming because of the wind, here is the Maya is the play. Maya is creating this, this ripple, this not tarango. The tarango is the wave. No jalad vinno is not separate entity other than jala or water. Similarly, this jagat you are seeing, this world, it is nothing but jagat nahi. There is no jagat, there is no world. Brahmana anyat, other than Brahman. That means you are misunderstanding Brahman as jagat. You are misunderstanding, you are seeing wrong thing. You are interpreting the wrong thing, not seeing. You are seeing God. We are all seeing God, but we are interpreting it because of our mind. So mind interprets it as Jagat. The spiritual people, they interpret it as God. Ramakrishna used to see God everywhere, no? Vaikuntha Sannal, that gentleman, Ramakrishna touched him on the 1st of January. And he starts seeing everywhere that same consciousness. Consciousness all around. Everything is pulsating with consciousness. He didn't see anything but consciousness. So that is the state, that's the goal of life. So it is exactly in the mature mind, in the pure state of mind, it cannot be other than anything but Satchidananda. That Satchidananda truth, that Brahman, absolute consciousness, bliss and joy, that is the reality. And this is also same. Only I am seeing this name and form like the ripple you see, wave you see, because of the wind blows over the surface. Here, the wind of Maya blows over the Atman consciousness, and it creates so much diversity. So there is nothing else but that Brahman. This is interpret. The world is interpretation, no? Why two friends, husband, wife, so dear each other, fight with each other? Tell me, why, what is the reason? Only reason, one's mind says this is correct, another's mind tells this is correct. Difference is happening then in the level of mind or viewing. I think this is this. You think this is this. Different. So in the essential Brahman consciousness or essential reality, there is no difference. But all distinction comes in the interpretation of my mind. Same incident has happened. I will say, you are the culprit, you did that. You will say, no, it is your fault. Both are seeing the same event. Reactions are different because different level. A third party, indifferent to that incident, he will interpret it differently. All are in all the interpretation. This world is nothing but a mental interpretation. One incident, one place we all go, there is a concert going on, and then 1,000 people are sitting. Everyone enjoys the concert in their own level of mind, according to their own capacity. Some enjoys more, some gets very absorbed, some chit chat and come back, don't get anything, it enters, goes ahead. So see, it is the interpretation of the mind. Therefore, mind is the factor which we have to deal with. We have to clean our mind. We have to rectify our mind's way of looking. That's why meditation. That's why spiritual life. That's why talking about the spiritual truths again and again. So spirituality is nothing. It will not, two horns will not grow over the forehead that you are spiritual. How? I am spiritual. Do you look at this? Some growth is happening here. No. It is the gyan, it is the knowledge will develop. This interpretation of the mind will be clear and clear and clear. And when the mind will be perfectly clear, you'll see that is the vision that you are seeing God in human form. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, "Uh, you can worship God in the temple. Can you not worship God in a person? In the temple, God does not speak to you. But here is a person, God is manifesting here himself in speaking, asking some help, asking for some support, and talking to you. Can you not see God there? This is the new way of thinking. Try to see God in our relation, in our practical life. Understanding it is nothing but God's play going on. Srishti Nasti. Tatha Purna Chaitanya, in the fullness of this consciousness, this world Jagat Dishyati Maya, the world is visible seen due to Maya. There is nothing other than Tarango Jalad Vinno. No, there is no Jala, Taranga wave other than Jala, with the water, ocean water. Similarly, Brahmano Anyat Jagat Nahi. There is no Jagat, there is no world other than Brahman. You are seeing Brahman, but you are describing it as world, Jagat. It is your misinterpretation of mind. So the yogis, the rishis, the seers of truth, the saints, they see God everywhere because of their pure mind. So again, I read the translation. In the tranquil, deep, and vast waters of a great ocean, a wave that arises because of the wind is not an object different from the waters. Likewise, this universe is seen in the absolute consciousness by the illusory force of Maya. This universe is seen, I can see it by the illusory force of Maya on that absolute truth consciousness. The wave is not, as the wave is not separate from the water, verily there is no other universe apart from Brahman consciousness. Any question has come?
Yes.
So we end here then. If you have any question, so we will be trying to talk about that. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Yes, please have some questions. Is God different from Brahman? Of course. Is God different from Brahman? What? God, when you say God is Brahman with some characteristic. When God creates, sustains, maintains, we pray, oh God, help me, I am in difficulty, redeem me. That is God's function. And when God does not do any such business, He is there as reality. That is called Brahman. That is the Brahman. That means one is Saguna, another is Nirguna. Saguna, maybe is the concept of Abrahamic religion. Abrahamic religion will say God is what? God has no form, it's infinite everywhere. but it has this kindness, quality of kindness, redemption, blessing. It can bless me, help me, I can pray to Him, He can remove my suffering. That means those qualities He has. That is the Abrahamic religion. And Brahman, one step up. God is everywhere, Nirakara. At the same time, He has beyond all gunas. That is the only reality. There is no two. Who will help whom? Who will give blessing to whom? If there is but one. So that is the distinction. One is called Saguna, but Nirakara. Another is called Nirakara, no akara, no form. At the same time, Nirguna, beyond all gunas. So that is the overall meaning of God and Brahman. Another question from the book Experience of a True Seeker, Turiyanandaji said to Sadhu Santinath, quote, in one aspect, Brahman is eternally nirguna, niskriya, and impersonal. And in another aspect, Brahman is eternally saguna, sakriya, and impersonal. A true follower of Vedanta does and ought to accept a true follower of Vedanta does and ought to accept both these aspects of Brahman, and he practices jnana by keeping the former aspect in view, and he practices bhakti by keeping the latter aspect in view. A big question: how to reconcile Hari Maharaj's view and today's verses.
Verse number 9.
Verse number 9, what 9 said.
Srishti nasti, jagat nasti.
Everything should not be reconciled with our reading. All the philosophies they speak from different platforms according to their different students. So, for some person, God is Ganesha, and I don't want to hear about other things. Ganesha, he will give me success, he is everything. Someone said that Ganesh can give only success. I want money. So you go to Mother Lakshmi. Okay, I like Mother Lakshmi only. I don't care for anything. This will be according to one level of thinking. But now you see, Ganesha. Ganesha can give success. Ganesha can give learning because he is the expression of infinite Brahman. Then you go, same Ganesha, according to mindset, you are thinking Ganesha's divine reality behind more Brahman aspect of his perspective. As we say, Rama, Krishna, if you think them as a saint, you get the saintly benefit. If you think that he's a good guy, you can get some good benefit out of it. But if you think he is a saint, you will get saintly benefit. If you think that he is God himself, you will godly benefit. If you think that he is the sum total of all consciousness, he is Brahman, you will get the Brahman benefit. How you look upon. So it depends on our mental state. So is it that nirguna? One aspect Brahman is eternally nirguna. Yes. For a person who day and night think, I am that, I am that, I am that. Hari Maharaj used to say that. Say day and night, I am that. I am not the body, not the mind. I am that Satchidanand. I am that. So that is their approach. Nirgun, Nirakar. Day and night he thinks like that. He does not want to think of God anyway. And in that respect, there is no world, there is no creation, there is no creator. All these are true. Verse number 9. I told probably this in this story many times, that there is one time in Himalayas, I went to see a Swami, monk, and he was like this. He was a Vedanta Swami, and he says, we went and requested him, Swami, please give some spiritual talk. He said, Suraj nahi hai, Chandrama nahi hai. There is no sun, there is no moon, there is no earth, there is no Himalayas, there is no thing. No, 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 no. Day and night, 24 hours. It's sitting like a robot person, sitting. He eats very little, but day and night, 24 hours, he is into it. So in that plane, this world is not there. The world we see, the way we see, this world is not there. Huh? But there is something is there. You may be not understanding it, but something is there. So nirguna, that is niskriya, will be the impersonal God. And another aspect is eternally Shaguna. Yes, he has become everything. We discussed in the other class also, in the 4:30 class, that everything God has become. I am seeing this table, it is Satchidananda, it is Brahman, it is God, but I cannot recognize it. I perceive it as wood, piece of wood. But when your consciousness will rise to a different level, then you can feel that it is all made of one concept. As I said, just now I discussed it is called the wax museum. I talked about wax garden. It is made of one thing. It may different look may be there, different color of the people there, different eye looking at the object. People are different nature maybe, but it is all made of wax. So that is the another attitude. So we can easily reconcile. Our suggestion would be take whatever helps you to go Godward. That's all. How can I overcome Maya? So that is the entire purpose of this reading of these scriptures and meditation and japa and singing and dancing and going to church and going to mosque, going to all the places of pilgrimage and taking deep in the holy rivers. Only one purpose to get out of this misconception of this Maya. And as a bhakta, devotee, you say, this Maya, oh mother. Mother, open thy door. You are holding the key. You led me to play. Swami Vivekananda's play. My play is done. There is a beautiful poem. There it says, Mother, oh divine mother, you made me play, and I am a child, and you made me play in the world, and I am bewildered with it. Please, please open the door of knowledge and wisdom so that I can be at rest at your feet. No? So pray to God as mother. That Ramakrishna did. Ramakrishna did worship God as mother. Why? I'm a baby. Please take care. Mom will take care. Be a baby, like a innocent child. Have nothing. Only I know mom. All the babies, look at that. They don't understand anything, only mommy. How much you can cajole them with other things, but baby understands mommy. So we should understand God in that way. I am your child, oh mother. Please open your door. Give me vision, give me experience so that I understand the world and your creation. It is you playing in so many ways. So we can pray to Maya, or this is the safest way. And if you are bold enough and highly Vedantic, then you can do it this way. I am not the body. This is under Maya. I don't care for this. I don't care for this universe. It is changing universe. I don't want anything of it. So not this, not this, not this, not this. Reject. That is a Vedantic approach. So take any other way, then and lifelong struggle, and then by God's grace it will happen. Another question is come that I am trying to live in the world a life of purity and uprightness. It's so difficult. People by large take up any route which serves their purpose, setting aside any regards for righteousness. Looking at others, it seems sometimes feel anti-intuitive to not take the easier route and be so fussy about one's own principles. Is the path of righteousness always ought to be so steep? Of course. Eh? Yeah, always it is easy to go down the stream. It is always difficult to swim against the stream. Eh? Unrighteous life, unrighteous thought has its own benefit. It gives you temporary name, fame, power, position, money. You can cheat somebody. You can lie to somebody and get immediate gain. That is the benefit your people are doing. But when will all your time will come to leave this body, when death will approach, then you will see how much cheating you did and what joy you got. Now death is coming. What will give you joy? What will give you peace? What are you carrying with you? You cannot carry with the cheated money. You cannot carry with the cheated prestige. Even you have cheated some professor or some student and got your name and fame and got so many degrees in your name, cheating people. But okay, those will all leave. You have to leave here everything. Not a trace of one single thing you can carry, not even your body. So think about that. What is the benefit? So we'll always have to see that what is best, we'll have to do that. We should not go into the flow because that is easy path. Easy path in spirituality, there is no easy path. Don't believe that. If anyone says, "Come and I'll give me $1,000, I'll give you touch of spirituality," there is danger. It is not so easy. Money cannot buy that spirituality. It is sincere spiritual practice. It needs tears of the eyes, austerity. Many nights are needed to not to sleep, but to think of God and pray. It is not so easy. Those who give such things, it comes, it maybe you get a glimpse, but it goes away, comes and goes. As it comes, so it goes.
Plus, it is not our duty to see what others are doing. Spiritual life is just life is subjective. It's focusing on
That's true,
ourselves.
but as here the question came, because many people do, naturally we get tempted. So there we have to arrest our temptation. And true, it is for my own benefit. My path is my path. Other people are going that way, okay, let them go. And if we analyze, this is the reason I'm not a fool. Why I am becoming righteous? Because I want to die with joy, with bliss, not with fear, not with the idea of going to hell, hellish idea, but to think, I did right thing. I never cheated anyone. I didn't lie to anyone. I'm bold. That boldness is a different thing. It is close to purity and truth. If follow-up question comes, Ramakrishna said the key to Brahmagyana is in mother's hand. So even if one says day and night, I am he, can one realize that unless God's grace? Yes, God's grace, it is said that the key of knowledge is in the mother's hand. Okay? But people say, I am that, I am that. Yes, I am that does not mean I am the physical body. Again, we are making a mistake. When I say I am not this, I am that, does not mean I am identifying with the physical body, with the blood and flesh and bones. This body I am not talking. I, the real I behind it. So if I hang on to that, yes, after praying and doing all these things, automatically it's called God's grace. We say God's grace. But because of your practice, that grace comes to you, not to me. If I don't practice, it will not come to me. Rather, if you say it is God's grace, but it is your own doing also. You have practiced that I am not the body, not the body. This is changing. This is has a death. This has a birth. This has a decay. So I am not. I am not. I am that Satchidananda. Day and night to hammer on that will create the mind, will be purified. And in pure mind, God's grace is all the time there. Where is not? I am quoting Ramakrishna again. Ramakrishna says God's grace is all the time there. You have to unfold the soil. When you unfold the soil, wind catches. No. So similarly, when the mind becomes pure by this any process, by bhakti or by jnana. Mind, when it becomes clear, then it will catch the eternally flowing bliss and grace of God and will lead us to the realization. Thank you all. Okay?
Tomorrow.
So, anyone, any question? No more from here? Any question? No? Okay, so we'll see you
So
tomorrow.
one last question has come.
Oh, last question.
How are you? In spiritual way, how I explain?
How are you?
How are you?
How are you
Spiritual
in not to do spirituality when someone is asking you, how are you? They want to know how is your sneezing going on, how is your temperature is there, how you are COVID free. So respond to that way. But if an intelligent spiritual person asks you, how are you? Huh? Then you say, yes, prayer is going on. Oh, yes, meditation is good. Oh, no, not today. Talk to them, very intimate people who can understand the language. Otherwise, talk to the people in their level. You should not say, oh, I have 1 hour meditation this morning, I'm good. Not to say to any person who is passers-by, you don't know him. You say, yes, how are you? How are you? As we do in American culture. How are you? I'm fine. And by that time, both are 10 feet away. Eh? But they don't want to hear even. Really, they don't mean just to say hello, hi, are you? How are you? Hi. I said hi. By that time, they're away. But first time when some people come, and like me, someone is asking, how are you? Then you start telling, they say, this is this, this is. By that time, he has no time. The other person has gone away. What is this? They are asking and they are not listening to my response. That means it is to the people, to the person, we should be courteous and behave as the language the person understands. Unnecessarily don't make your spirituality to understandable. Internally, you know how much you are remembering God. Brother, anyone ask you, how are you? You say, am I connected with God? That is my real I. Am I connected? You can make that a reminder. Anyone ask you, how are you? Oh, I've forgotten God. Okay. And say, I am doing well. Thank you. Yeah? So this is the social level we can interact, but internally we can get the benefit of it. Thank you. So in our early days, in brahmachari days, so two sadhus used to meet each other. Hey, what is going on? The other will get alert. Oh, are you doing Lord's name? Are you taking Lord's name? Are you remembering? That's a reminder. Whenever anyone brahmachari seeing the another brahmachari, they speak in this vein. They know the internal meaning of it. But other person will be standing around, they will not understand anything. So this is the way, whatever it can remind us for God. Okay, so tomorrow at 7:30 we will be again here to read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. You are all welcome. Thank you, those who are online and those who are here. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.